Hi, this is Alan Zhou, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to create your own custom behavior trigger. Now, the existing code in this action panel creates an effect with particles splitting into smaller particles, which is achieved by using the death trigger and spawn behavior over here. And these two are covered in the previous tutorial. And I'm going to get rid of this part. All I'm going to do now is to create a custom behavior trigger, which will trigger when the particle hits a display object. So I'm going to name it hit test trigger. Okay, now I'll switch to Flash Develop to write the class, or if you prefer the built-in ActionScript editor in Flash, it doesn't matter, but I prefer Flash Develop. Okay, and I'm going to type package, and we're going to use 4 packages: the Flash Display package, and the Flash Geometry package, and the Emitter package, and the Behavior package. Okay, close the brace. Now, public class hit test trigger extends behavior trigger. Okay, and oops, let's first save the file. Oh, that's my habit of pressing Ctrl S every time I finish at some point. So I'll just save it here. Hit test trigger next to this FLA file. Okay, and I'm going to give it a property called display object, which is the display object. This is going to be tested to perform the hit test with the particles. So now it's the hit test trigger constructor. It's a parameter passed in, and assign this reference to the display object property. Okay, now here's the main part. In order to make your trigger work, you have to override the test method of the behavior trigger class, and it returns a Boolean value. If you wish this trigger, after the calculation you want, if you want this trigger to tell the emitter that this trigger is triggered, you return true in this test method. Otherwise, you return false. So now I'm going to override it. Override function test. And here's a parameter called particle data, which will be passed by the emitter. In each emitter's step call, this function is called once for every single particle, and this particle data passed in contains the information of the single particle. So it returns Boolean, and we're going to perform the hit test here. Var p point, and since we're going to use the hit test point method, we have to convert the particle's coordinate to global coordinate. So I'm going to type pd.particle, which is the single particle display object's reference, and local to global. Local to global. Its origin 0, 0. Okay, and now I'm going to return the Boolean value. I'm going to return if this particle collides with the display object. So I'm going to return display object dot hit test point, and with point x, point y, and turn the shape flag on. Okay, we're done. So I'm going to save it and go back to Flash. Here, I'm going to create the hit test trigger. and I'm going to draw the object to be hit tested. So I'm going to draw a big cross here, rotate it a bit, and convert its symbol, cross, and name it cross MC. Okay, so I'm going to pass in cross MC. And the trigger, this is the trigger, the behavior is the spawn behavior, SB. And I'm going to pass in P2 and spawn 10 particles on the impact. Now I'm going to add this behavior to the hit test trigger. Also, after one true hit test, you want this particle to die after the impact, right? So after the spawn behavior, you have to add another death behavior. And since death behavior, it's just death, it doesn't require any variation or parameters, properties, whatever. So we're going to use the death behavior singleton. Okay. And now add this behavior, add this trigger to the particle. HTT. And don't forget to make the cross follow your mouse. Cross mc.x equals mouse x, cross mc.y equals mouse y. Okay. So now you can see this cross is following my mouse, and when the particles hit this cross, it triggers the spawn behavior and the death behavior. So it dies after it spawns upon the impact. Alright, so this is how you create your own custom behavior trigger.